Welcome into the sit down. Today we have a very special guest, Connor. Welcome to the show, man. It's an absolute delight to have you. Connor is a freshman student athlete at Roanoke College, part of its first football team in 80 years, a state champion from Benedictine College Preparatory in Richmond. Connor, you also played basketball and maintained an honor roll status throughout your high school career. Welcome to the show, man. How was your summer?
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me first. But this summer was pretty good. I actually had surgery on my labrum, so just been rehabbing, getting back in the flow of things. Should be clear here soon for first game, but just rehabbing, working, and ready to get back on the field.
Now, you chose Roanoke both for the academics and the vibe that you felt from the coaching staff. What really clicked on your visit that made you feel, yeah, this is the place for me?
Yes, sir. Obviously, especially from the family I came from, education's first. We always focus on education, especially professionally, just in life in general. So the education, the academics, it all flew together perfectly. And then on the backside for the football part, of course, I looked at the coaches, and they all had some great history, especially Coach Steinspring at Virginia Tech, JMU. They all, were kind of veteran in what they do, and I feel like I really could up my game here at Roanoke College, and then also the community. I've been here a couple of times, but I've heard the stories about how well the community supports their local teams, high school teams, not even just football, baseball, soccer, whatever it is. So it all kind of felt like a good family fit for me.
Now, you got to tell me what the visit was like, because when I was talking to Coach and when I was talking to your teammate Charlie, the one common thread is that they didn't have anything. Like, as they were starting recruiting, they didn't even have a football. They had to go over to Dick's Sporting Goods and get one. So tell me what that was like.
Yeah, it was definitely a little weird, a little odd. First place we went to was the church here, and it was no football in sight, no jersey, just a picture of Salem Field. And I was like, okay. But you saw the coaches. I don't even think the coaches had Roanoke football shirts yet, but they had Roanoke. So yeah, they were all just. The visit was definitely a little weird. Walking through the campus, our practice field was kind of just grass there was no field goal, just grass, no lines. It wasn't cut. It was just kind of like, okay, maybe they will, do it. And then Coach Steiny, Coach Genicola, Coach Ferrick, they all had a vision, and you could feel like the vision was really happening, giving us dates of what's going to happen. But you could really see that they really cared about the sport, even from the president's standpoint and our athletic director. They all had a vision, and I just believed in it.
So you've said that your proudest moment so far was winning the state football championship. Take me through what that was like.
Yeah. So we went through the season 10-1, and we lost to a big rivalry team, pretty bad. And first, being a part of that team was a real blessing in my life. The brotherhood, the connections I made, the opportunities. But the biggest thing that stood out to me about that team was the camaraderie, the brotherhood, really having your back, no matter what the circumstance was, whether it's good or bad, positive or negative, but they had your back. And we push each other every day on the practice field, competitive. We go at it, best against best. You're only as strong as your weakest link, like Coach Steiny says sometimes. And really being a part of that team, we started the year 10-0, then we lost right before playoffs. And it was kind of like, dang, like going to playoffs, we want to have an undefeated season. But definitely having that loss made me realize how good the camaraderie was and the brotherhood. We all had a meeting right after the game telling us we needed this because we were getting too high on ourselves, undefeated season. We needed this. And then going into the playoffs, we won the first two games. Then it was a championship, and played the same team at our home field. And again, we all had breakfast right before the game, the whole team. And just the way people talk to each other, pushing each other, and giving us positive messages for the game, and saying how this is the last opportunity for our seniors to leave like something at Benedictine. So just going through that game, ups and downs, highs and lows, that brotherhood really pushed me and pushed others to strive through and win that game.
So then, in that case, how important was that loss in terms of building that camaraderie and having to come over that adversity?
Yeah, the saying, nothing comes easy. So that failure was just more to our success because everybody knows that success isn't an easy ride. To get to success is not fair. It's not easy. You don't know when it's going to happen. So having that loss really gave us the grit and the hunger that we wanted to win the championship. So just getting that grit, understanding how we felt, how the fans felt, it kind of was up to us. Like, are we just going to be like, dang, we could have really won it? Or are we going to go out there, give it our best, give it our all, preparation is key, and go do it? And we did that. So.
Now, with that win and winning that state title, what part of that winning culture are you hoping to bring to Roanoke's football team?
Yeah, definitely, like Coach Steiny says, is win the outs. Do all the little things. Do the non-negotiables. 100% effort, preparation. Even outside of sports, doing your schoolwork and holding each other accountable and outworking everybody. Just doing those things and bringing it to Roanoke, where Coach Steiny has the same vision I had in at high school. My coach kind of really brought that all together for me. It was like, okay, we want to leave a legacy where we know every night that we're going to give it our all, no matter what it is.
Now, you are a multi-sport athlete. You did play basketball. You played football at a competitive level. How does playing multiple sports translate into helping you as a football player?
Yeah, so playing basketball, I played basketball all my life, so definitely that helped on the football field just by reaction. You got to be quick, especially at defensive back on the defense. You got to be quick. You got to know what's going on. You can't be not knowing where you're going, when to go, and definitely communication is big too. So just communicating, whether it's, oh, you have him, you got a line here, are you blitzing, are you pressuring? Just knowing that you have to have a communication in anything you do, and definitely that reaction time, playing defense, how to use your body in basketball, all that really just brought a whole to the football aspect as well.
Now, coming into Roanoke College, you've said that you want to be a sports communication major with dreams of being on ESPN, which honestly, same with you.
Yes,
does that change the way that you kind of watch, or even think about, football games, basketball games, or really any sport that you're watching?
Yeah, it does a little bit. Definitely when you have the big time commentators out there like Tom Brady, they always know something about something. So just getting all the information you can while you're around them. Definitely, like my dad says, the more information you know, the better. So definitely taking in and getting information, whether it's from wide receivers, QB, or even in basketball, just understanding the business really kind of helps me put that towards my major and what I want to do professionally.
Now, you mentioned your dad. How important has he been, and what kind of role has he played in your life?
Yeah, especially my dad and my mom. They played major roles in my life. So senior year, quick story. Senior year, I played basketball all my life, and I put down the football right before middle school. And basketball really wasn't going my way, but I was like, opportunity opened up, I'm gonna just do football. So I just worked, and my parents could say, just work, it'll all work out. And I remember one day I was just so done with football. I was like, Dad, I'm gonna just stick to basketball. And I told my mom, and then my dad said, you're gonna thank me later. Just keep going, I promise you. And somehow I got the starting job right before the first game during camp. And I just played that season, was going my best, giving my all, preparing. And I did, especially at Benedictine, you play a lot of good players, especially in that private school league, really prepared me. And my mom and dad, they were just like, keep working. And that off season, I was like, yeah, I'm going to just go to school, find my major that has best out of school. And they were like, you sure you don't want to do anything with sports? And I was like, nah, I just don't think I was good enough. And I remember I was sitting on the couch and my mom was like, I'm not going to let your potential talent go to waste. So you're going to find something. And I remember I put out my huddle highlights, and then I started getting a couple calls, couple texts. I'm like, okay, but nothing yet. And then Roanoke called me, and my family's been. I have some family up here as well. Yeah, it's a great place. Coach G called me. He was on the phone a couple of times every day, and ultimately, I led to the decision to just come here, and it was the best decision I made in my life. And I really can't thank my parents and my little brother too, who's really pushed me and kept me level-headed through the process, because it was definitely some failures, some down moments. So
Now, tell me what it was like growing up in the Richmond area, because I grew up in Virginia Beach, and now I've lived here in Roanoke for a while, but I've not ventured up to, that part of the state yet. So tell me what that was like.
it's definitely, you have a lot of different people around. There's a lot of people that come from Richmond that are kind of little famous, but honestly, just coming from Richmond and even in the sports world, everybody, you will find your place. A lot of people have certain things they do and they love it. And in Richmond, it's the same way, especially like the VCU basketball games. Everybody used to go to the VCU basketball games, get their little group of friends to go. So it was definitely a place where you could find a group of friends easily, people who you mesh with well. And then on the other side of that, just growing up in Richmond really gives you that. I feel like it gives you, Richmond isn't easy. There's definitely failures and all that. But especially in the sports level, just growing up in Richmond City, you're gonna have adversity, and I'm pretty sure that's like that anywhere. But especially in Richmond, so many people, very populated. So you just find who you are in Richmond. I feel like, well, that's what it did for me.
No, I love that, man. Like, there's just something about that mentality of like, you got to show up and work harder than everyone else. That really, kind of meshes well even out here. Because I mean, I know Coach Steiny learned a lot of that from Coach Beamer.
Yeah.
Of that hard hat mentality and going to work every day. Now, who is your go-to athlete that if they're on TV, that's who you're watching?
So I hate to say it, but I'm a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan. My family is from Pittsburgh. But Kyle Hamilton, I love watching him play. He's very electric, and I love the way he uses his body. So yeah, definitely him. And Mika Fitzpatrick, but I'll say Kyle Hamilton for now.
No, I totally get that. Pittsburgh is another city that you could probably go, that's a hard hat mentality city too. So I could definitely see that. Now, who's been probably the biggest influence in your athletic journey so far?
I'm going to go back to my parents, just seeing them get up every day, going to work, putting me and my brother in the best opportunity to succeed and pushing us to chase our dreams. That was like the biggest blessing I feel like I've had in my life, just having my parents who wanted to see me succeed, who tell me go chase my dreams and tell me that nothing's impossible, so why not? So definitely seeing them get up, go to work, engraves that hard work mentality in me. Like life's not going to give you anything. You just got to go out and want it. So.
No, for sure. What's been the most surprising adjustment from high school to college?
I think last year in August, definitely the meetings, having a lot of meetings for football. I wasn't really prepared for it, but you kind of learn on quickly, like there's going to be a couple meetings today. You got to prepare yourself, get your notebook, be ready mentally. So.
Now, is that side way different from high school, having to go through and learn, the different film here and all the, like you said, all the different meetings and stuff?
It's not as a difference, but I think just being repetitive and finding your mistakes in film, how to watch film, how to study certain guys, and understanding that there's a pattern to most things, and just also just our playbook, getting deeper in our playbook. Like last year, we didn't really expand much on our playbook, but this year coming up, we're expanding. So just the repetitive of getting in the meeting, understanding you gotta lock in mentally and being ready for all that.
Now, you have mentioned that LeBron James is your hero in terms of athletes. Mm-hmm. What has he done throughout his career that kind of inspires you as an athlete?
I think starting off, nobody thought LeBron would be as great as he is now. Even when people said when he went to Miami Heat, people were always bashing him, but he never let that get to him, and he always just wherever he was at, he was the leader, he was the commander, pushing everybody to be better and setting the expectation that we're here to do something great. And then also on the flip side of that, just the way how he used himself, his professionalism to open up a school for kids. I feel like that's a great part of him as well that inspires me. That every life isn't just about sports, but how can you help others? So
Yeah, and so do you take some of kind of like his leadership ability and then some of the, different leaders that you've had throughout your life and, apply that to the football field?
yeah, definitely. First part of being a leader is communication. Definitely on the back end as a defensive back, just like as a safety, you're one of the quarterbacks on the field. You have to operate a certain way. You have to tell people what's going on. If you don't see something right, ask. And then also outside of football, just holding people to that academic expectation, and not just me, other people holding me to that academic expectation as well. Because Coach Stani says it: if you can't do it in the classroom, you can't do it on the field. So definitely using LeBron's leadership attributes, I try to apply.
Now, I did ask Charlie this same question, and I'll ask it to you. Granted, he gave me a non-answer, and I'm hoping to get one. Do you have a favorite Coach Steiny story yet?
Nah. No, I can't.
That's okay. I'll get one day. One of these days, I will get a Coach.
It's not gonna be for me. It's not gonna be for me. Yeah.
All right, man. We're gonna go into the lightning round and finish things up here. I'm gonna give you a question. I just want you to give me your first answer, your gut reaction. All right. What's your go-to pregame hype song?
Trophies by Drake.
Hey, that's a bop. I'm with you. You said that you liked both Stranger Things and the show Outer Banks. If you could cameo in one, what would it be?
Oh, Stranger Things. Yeah, that's true.
Now, you have also said that you do enjoy fishing. What has been your favorite go-to fishing spot?
Probably. There's a Hopewell River that has a lot of good fish, but I want to go ocean fishing. I haven't done that on a whole boat though. That's one thing I do want to do.
No, for sure. Your go-to video game that you never get tired of?
Oh, I'm gonna have to say Call of Duty. Have to.
No, I get that. I was always more Halo than Call of Duty. But as I've gotten a little bit older, I've gotten into Call of Duty a little bit, and I get it. I get it now.
Yeah, I would say college football, but sometimes I need to put the controller down. I'll be getting.
No, I get heated too. Like, I feel you. But I will say this: I did win a natty with VT literally last night. I got my first natty, so that was lit.
Yeah, I'm currently doing Arkansas State Dynasty. So,
hey, no, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Have you got a natty yet?
Madden? No, I don't think I'm gonna get it this year. Actually, one of my teammates, Braden Andrews, he plays outside linebacker. He was like, "You gonna get it this year?" I was like, "I didn't play it last year. I was just playing NCAA 25, so probably not."
I get it. All right, Batman versus LeBron in a one-on-one. Who's scoring first?
Gotta go Bruce Wayne.
All right. You said that you want to be a reporter. What is your dream city to go to and cover a sport?
I'm going to have to go two answers. Either Las Vegas or New York.
That'd be pretty lit. No, I'm with you. Best sports moment you've ever watched live?
Like on TV?
Or preferably in person, but yeah, or on TV.
I haven't been to a lot in person, but I will say on TV, Steph Curry in the Olympics. That was
that was a dream team for real.
Crazy.
If you could instantly master one sport outside of football, what would it be?
Baseball.
Baseball? Hey, I get that. As a baseball player, mad respect. Mine would totally be hockey because I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I say baseball because I go to the Flying Squirrels in Richmond because it's right there. And I'm just like, I don't know how they do it. I really don't. But
hey, they're getting a new ballpark next year, and it looks lit.
yeah, I seen because right before I was leaving for college, I rode by and I saw them taking some stuff down and getting rid. I was like, okay. So I heard it's supposed to be huge, like the biggest.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but it does look massive based on the pictures that I've seen. So I'll have to look into that and let you know. But anyways, Connor, thank you for getting on. I really, really appreciate it. It really does mean a lot to me. I'm really hoping for some good Roanoke College football this year.
Definitely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm not